I'm Angie, and you're watching Dante's Vaccination.
Quiet as church mice.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Man, oh man, I tell you, the night and day aspect of this fight is amazing when you look at the dichotomy of how George Kambosos was acting in the first fight as opposed to promoting the second fight. In the first fight, let George Kambosos tell it, he was the emperor of boxing, the emperor of the lightweight division. Now, when we see the first face-off since the last fight, the first thing you obviously notice is George Kambosos is standing there looking naked, meaning he does not have any belts, which is what he coveted the most. George Kambosos talked more about having those belts that he held than he talked about fighting anyone. But the main thing you'll notice is his body language. George is standing there. He looks as if he has a court date coming up, in which he knows that when he shows up to court to see the judge, he's going to be ordered to turn himself in. I think George Kambosos' confidence is completely shattered. But what really makes this fight interesting is if George Kambosos will gamble more, which is realistically the only way he's going to have a chance of even landing punches on Devin Haney. But the problem is George being more aggressive is a double-edged sword. In fact, it may actually turn into more of a negative than a positive. Because the more aggressive George gets, the more aggressive Devin Haney will get. And because Devin Haney has a higher boxing IQ, better defense, better everything overall, that means George Kambosos, he stands more of a chance of getting hurt or even knocked out this Saturday. Or a worst case scenario, having his face completely fall apart. We've seen a little taste of this in the first fight. If you notice, in the later rounds, from 8 to 11, George tried to get more aggressive, but what happened is that gave Devin Haney an opportunity to really open up. Devin couldn't really land the right hand in the earlier rounds because George was so defensive-minded. But as soon as Kambosos got a little bit more desperate in the later rounds, that's when he started to be open for the right hand, and Devin started to hit him with repeated right hands. He even managed to catch him with uppercuts and hooks. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if George Kambosos is going to go out on his shield or he's just going to pick up a check and retire, or at least attempt to retire. Because even if George tries to retire, which he said he will if he loses this fight, it's going to be hard for him to do that because there's going to be a lot of money thrown at him to take on another young, hungry lion and become a gatekeeper. But at the same time, George, he's made so much money when it comes to this 2-fight deal with Devin Haney. That's the reason why he structured the deal the way it is, because this was supposed to be severance pay. This was supposed to be the Jack Johnson, Tommy Burns deal, where George Kambosos was telling Devin Haney, okay, if you want this fight that bad, if you're going to beat me, you're going to make sure I'm secure for the rest of my life. And that's exactly what George Kambosos got. He got somewhat of a retirement type of deal. But this weekend, we're going to find out if that's all George is focused on, is just picking up his check, or if he's willing to put it all on the line and once again go out on his shield. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.